What marketing tricks do we unknowingly fall for? Not exactly a trick to buy things, but in TV advertising in the US, companies are not allowed to show alcohol being consumed. But when I tell anyone this, they usually don't believe me because the commercials are so well crafted that most people remember alcohol being consumed. But if you watch with this in mind, you'll notice it's actually just a lot of drinks being poured and are held up for cheers. Thanks. Now I'm spending the next 15 minutes watching every beer commercial I can find on YouTube to verify this. Coca-Cola name tags. Whoever came up with that deserves a raise and a promotion. Seriously, it's genius. Just by the sheer number of people posting a can on Facebook because they found their friend's name on it, it was worth it. Even on the front page of Reddit, because of whatever humorous situation it was a part of, they simply let the customers do the advertising for them. I didn't know this actually worked. It seems really stupid to me. Maybe that's just cause my name is Corbin and no one loves me. People have to make a decision to buy or not buy. Getting them to decide to buy is often difficult. So, marketers often present things in such a way so as to have your brain switch that into a decision between two offers. And, it's often done in a quite irrational way. One common trick is when media can be purchased and shipped, such as a CD, vs purchased and downloaded. Some places offer not just the choice between the two delivery methods, but some add a third choice for both combined at the same exact price as the shipped option. The irrational part of your brain says, so, I can get this delivered for $15 or delivered and downloaded for the same price? Duh, that's a no-brainer. I'll take the combo. Bam. You've just changed the decision from buy vs not buy to buy one vs buy the other, which is a better deal. It's funny because child psychologists will tell you to do something very similar with your kids. For example, if you want your kid to eat some fruit, you ask, would you like an orange or an apple? Not would you like some fruit? We are just children in bigger bodies. I wish my parents were child psychologists. They usually just went with the eat this shut or you're gonna be going hungry approach. A lot of people seem to think the point of marketing is to make you want to go out and buy the product right then. Or that you'll stand in the store and think, I remember Gillette had a really cool commercial. I should buy it. That's not the point. The point is that you recognize the name. They want you standing there looking at razors and subconsciously filtering out names that are unfamiliar to you. And they want their name to make that cut until it's the least unfamiliar. Next time you see an ad, don't think about it trying to convince you to buy. It just wants you to remember the name for the next time you are buying. Which is why slogans, jingles, songs, etc. are so popular. You get it in your head, it's easy to remember, then you're walking down the deodorant aisle and the Old Spice jingle is going through your brain with Terry Crews yelling at you. None of the other brands are sticking around in your head, and the next thing you know, you're deciding between scents of Old Spice. Your brain has already picked the brand. Nia, are you saying I have to choose whether I get Old Spice or Dove for Men? Oracle, no, you've already made the choice. Now you have to pick a scent. Retail price $139.99. Our price $49.99. Sadly, that gets my attention every time, even when I shop around and see that the average price is $50. May as well save that penny. The thought that you can save money by consuming is another very well used marketing trick. Pay attention to wireless commercials. Over the past few years I have noticed that they are including younger and younger children into their ads, subtly sending a message to parents that it is normal for an 8-year-old child to have a smartphone. Similarly, shampoo commercials will show actors and actresses using way more product than needed in an attempt to encourage consumers to burn through a bottle more quickly. Toothpaste ads do that too. Who really puts a whole line of toothpaste on their brush? It's more than a full line. Notice how it always curls from under at one end, then curls up at the other. And then of course, some take it to a whole new level. In online marketing, BuzzFeed style headlines work. The one weird trick banners were incredibly successful because they got people curious enough to click. 12 of the most incredible cats you've ever seen. You won't believe it is tantalizing enough to get the average person intrigued, and many multi-million-dollar businesses have sprung up by relying on this one weird trick of human psychology. I tried clicking on your comment. Is the link broken? If there is a small and a large size of popcorn, let's say, and the small is $2 and the large is $8, most people will buy the small. However, if you add a medium at $7, most people will buy the large because they say, oh, it's only $1 more than the medium. Source: that really trippy Nat Geo show about brain stuff. I buy the large at the movies every time. $4.99 for a small popcorn? That medium bag is $5.99 with at least double the content. Then there's the large at $6.99, only $1 more, with again almost double the content. I'd be stupid not to buy the large. I'm well aware of the trick though, but I was going to buy a large anyway. I love popcorn and basically just go the movies as an excuse to be entertained whilst eating amazing popcorn. Most menus in nicer restaurants will have a really expensive option. This isn't actually aimed at getting people to buy that product, but to make people think that everything else looks cheaper. Specials menus are usually just made from ingredients that the restaurant has too much of and is trying to get rid of. Where the meal is placed on the menu influences purchasing behaviors. Most people will look at the top right hand side first. Edit: according to Freakonomics, the reason you are given free bread is that usually the restaurant doesn't make much from puddings, so it's better for them financially to be able to give your table to someone else. Steam sale. The 75% is just too much of a temptation. It's such a massive price reduction. Am I really gonna play Freddy Fish Goes to the Zoo? Or is it just gonna sit in my library? But shut, it's 99 cents. Purchases. 0.99 price tag. Yes. I can't stand when something is $39.99 and my parents say it's only $39. No, it's $40. Stop falling for their excellent marketing techniques. Product placement on television and movies. It's not always subtle, but even if you're aware of what's going on, you're thinking about the product and brand. Similarly, bad commercials are sometimes intended to be bad. A false sense of urgency. There are two ways this presents itself. Either the product is presented as to have a very limited stock, thus the customer must choose to have the product now or never. Or the product is part of a limited time offer, again pushing the now or never decision. If the customer walks out the door, changes web pages, whatever equivalent, they might notice that they don't actually need the product to continue on with their lives, so the marketing tries to make the consumer feel like they'll miss out on a great opportunity if they don't buy now. Call in the next 10 minutes, as though the call center is monitoring when the commercial plays. Valentine's Day, Grandparents' Day, Sweetest Day, Mother's Day, and Father's Day, all commercially driven holidays. Another one is also the tried and true sex appeal approach. Market a product that hints at a possibility of increasing your chances of getting laid if you use it. Extended warranties. They wouldn't sell them if they lost money on them, kids. Buy, get free. They know people are drawn to the word free, and it makes people buy more than they intended. This allows them to move more product than usual, even though they are making a smaller margin. It just makes people buy more product, period. My local grocery store is always running promotions such as sale 4 for $10. Except you don't have to buy 4. If you buy 1, it's $2.50. But people see the sign telling them to buy 4, so they buy 4. Gluten-free labels. They wouldn't keep printing obvious information on meat packages if it didn't work. Gluten-free water, buy yours today. Buying something you don't really need from Bed Bath & Beyond just because you have a 20% off coupon. My mum does this all the time. She'll make special trips out to Kohl's, Bed Bath & Beyond, Sam's Club, anywhere that gives good discounts, so she can cash in on them, when really the sad truth is they are just cashing in on you. That coupon may have saved you 20%, but if you just ignored it, you could have saved 100%. Wow, what a deal. Sales at car dealerships. They move their stock to a different location, spend thousands on ads telling you about it, and then expect you to believe that everything is on sale. No, everything is for sale. One sale I was getting ready for, I got to know all the extra stock that they brought in, and then I saw a super cheap car in the ad they sent out. I never saw this car on the lot, and I asked about it before the doors opened that day, and they said that car has already been sold. I questioned a bit further, and they said no, you don't get it. Even if the first person of the sale walks in, that car was just sold. You get me? meaning the car was never there and it was a bait and switch. I'm sitting at my desk in a car dealership as I read this, and you are absolutely right. We never have actual sales, but instead offer the illusion of some sort of clearance event. For weeks, we advertise this upcoming tent event. The day before it begins, a huge, circus-type tent is erected in the middle of the lot, and it will sit there for a week. I asked my sales manager which cars were on sale for the tent event, and he explained that no prices were changing. So the dealership didn't actually lie about there being a tent event, because that was quite literally what was happening. We had a tent. I will say, however, that my dealership does not do the bait and switch. We just pretend we are having sales without changing the prices.